everyone. Welcome to another episode of Projects Around with Dave and Ray. Today what we're going to do is we got a couple of projects, two of them in the house that need to get done. One of them is the laminate on the side here of this leaf on the table has come off, so we're going to glue this back on to show you how to do that. And the other one was right before Christmas. My daughter calls me at work. She FaceTimes with me, and she's got the door handle to the back door in her hand. She said she went to leave, and the handle pulled right off. I got home later on. Ray had taken it apart, and the whole handle had been broken. Well, it was right before Christmas, and we didn't want to spend the money, $60 or $100 on a brand new doorknob for outside, so we just put on a real a pass-through knob, which cost us like $12-15. That way, at least we could latch the back door and we could deadbolt it when we left. So today, we pick up a new door handle. We're going to show you how to replace that. So stick with us. Take this leaf out. I'll just leave that right here. So if you come over, you can see what's happened over time. The laminate on this has started to crack, dry up, and pull away. So we do have the piece for this. My wife saved it when it fell off, so we're going to go ahead and glue that back together. Not much I can do about this missing. I don't know if you guys can see it on a close-up, Ray. There's a little piece missing here, and there's not a whole lot that we can do with that. That's kind of flaked away, and we lost that piece. That's it. This whole bottom here is flaking away too. Well, we just wanted to stop it from what it's doing. Well, actually, I just found that little piece. See if you guys can see it. See it right there? It was stuck on the bottom. So we do have that little piece. All right, so let's get started. So what I like to do is we're just going to use a Type-On 2 premium wood glue. I don't smear it all over the place. I'll put it in, and then I'm going to take a brush, and we're going to coat it up underneath that. And we'll do that with the other piece. And then we're just going to take a couple quick clamps, clamp it together, and let it dry. And it should be good. I usually let them sit for 24 hours. You know, if you follow the manufacturer, it says you could probably unclamp them within 12 to 16 hours. I like leaving it for 24 hours. It's not going to hurt anything. We'll clamp it up, and then we'll just set it aside. But let's get this repair done on it. All right, so I don't want to pull this back and pull that off, but we do want to get that glue as far up in here as we can get it. So I'm going to take the brush and we'll push it up in there. Turn it so you get some better light here so you can see about the shadows. But we want to make sure that we cover this completely with glue. Now, if a little bit of it squeezes out, that's okay. Just take a wet washcloth or a wet paper towel, or damp, not soaking wet, but damp, and clean off the excess glue. What are you doing, Carter?
I'm upset.
You're upset?
Yeah, but I don't do anything.
Oh. Well, when Papa's done with the video, can we talk about why you're upset?
Yeah.
Okay.
Coming on down on the bottom too a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get it then. We'll get it all in one here. All right, so we're just going to spread some glue on this other side so they bond well together. This is a piece that broke off. Now this leaf had been stored in a closet, and this old house has this old house has a heater vent in the closet. And this was sitting right in front of the heater vent, and I think it dried it out. So let's put a clamp on this. Kind of force that in place. All right. Hold that. All right, and I don't know if Ray can focus over here on this, but this piece, let's see, does it go this way? Oh, I think it goes this way. Yeah, it goes this way. There's a little notch in it that corresponds to that curve. So this has got plenty of glue on it, okay? We don't need to squirt any on there. We'll just brush a little bit on. And I'm not worried about getting it on the surface of the laminate because I'm going to wipe that off gently here in a moment. Okay, good. All right, so let me get a wet paper towel and I'll be right back. So all I did was just dampen a paper towel, and we're just gonna kind of hold that in place, clean the surface glue off. Still down in there, so now we're going to put a clamp right over the top of that. Hold that in place. I'll move this one down to here. Put one down here. And we want to get one down here as well. Let's wipe this glue off here.
Daddy, I can be good.
Now, on some projects, when you're doing woodworking, you can sand off that wood glue. I still don't like doing that. I like to clean it up as you go, and that way you save on the sanding. Now, see how all that's flaking here? We'll tackle that here a little bit later. I really don't have, I mean, we could put wood putty on that and try to stain it. I think the best thing to do is just stabilize that from breaking anymore for right now. This is a fix-it, not a restoration. And you can see when we squeeze it, that glue just came right out. All right, since I don't have enough clamps, what I'm going to do is just take a piece of scrap wood that I had lying around the shop. I use these as like paint stirrers. And we're going to use that along this whole thing to kind of hold all of it down in place. And we'll put that on top. Now I found another clamp to put pressure right there, but it doesn't have any rubber pads on it, and it will end up marring up the finish. So if you see, it has no rubber pad here. It does on the bottom here, but if I was to put that on here with no protection on there and crank it down, it would ruin it. It would put tool marks in the wood, and we don't want that. All right, so that's it for that for right now. All right, so we've finished that up for today. Like I said, we're going to stabilize these where they're still flaking, but we want this to set up first. So that's it. This project took maybe 10 minutes. Took more time to find all the clamps and set up the camera than it actually did to do this. So this is something easy and quick to do. Now, wood glue, save your brush. Just run it under water in the sink. It's water soluble. Clean up your brush, clean up your tools. And then in 24 hours, you take this apart. And what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll touch this up as well. And we'll show you that. So thanks for joining us on this little one. We're going to move over onto that other project and we'll show you that one.